We putting work, turning nothing into something. They feelings hurt, we turning nothing into something. Give a fuck if they don't like me, cause all this bread I count excites me. Turning nothing to something, nothing into something. Turning nothing into something.
What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to Blunt Thoughts Live. What is this, like episode 43? A little impromptu, a little last minute. We decided to do this. You know what I'm saying? Missed doing it this weekend. Usually we've been doing this either Sunday nights or Monday nights. We weren't able to do Men's Talk Unfiltered on the day off. So I just wanted to chop it up real quick. Just a quick conversation or whatever you may call it as to what we've been watching lately. I think the last time we were together was August 11th, which at that point we weren't doing too hot. I mean, we hadn't been doing too hot for a long time, right? That's the reality. Some people don't like to admit it. Some people know it, they admit it, but they don't like to hear about it. If you talk about it, they get upset, they get bent out of shape. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? We ride the wave. We ride the roller coaster. That's what we do. We're always behind our team. We're always rooting for our team, but we talk about how we feel at the moment. And if we're not feeling good, we're going to talk about it. If we think someone should be playing better, we're going to talk about it. If we think what the hell's wrong with me? If we think the entire team should play better, we're going to talk about it. You know, if we think the front office needs to be better, we're going to talk about it, and so on and so forth. And it goes the same for the manager and the coaching staff and all of that. And that's what we've been doing. But things are getting a little bit better. Things are getting a little bit better, hopefully. When we spoke at that time, geez, I think we had only won one game in August. Just looking at this real quick, yeah, we had gone 1-2 against the Giants. The Guardians swept us. The Brewers swept us. So was that 1-5, 1-8, 1-8 in August? Just horrendous, right? At that point, I think we were like 1-5 at home. And we know how important it was to win those home games in August because we know in September, and I see more and more people starting to talk about it now. Something I've been talking about for a while. Not only the strength of the schedule in September, as the opponents are going to be good quality opponents, but also the fact that we're going to spend a lot of time on the road. And in August, you're playing a lot of games at home, and a lot of those games have been squandered. For a team that had been playing so well at home, they stopped doing that at the most important time. Now, all's not lost, right? If you've been watching, all's not lost. They're still in the wild card, still, in my opinion, within reach of a division. Even if some people want to keep telling me how Philadelphia doesn't lose and Philadelphia this, Philadelphia that, forget about it, Hector. You're not going to win a division. Okay, you can do that. Not me. Until we're officially eliminated, I'm always going to have the division in my eyes. And especially because we have 7 games. We have 7 games against the Phillies left still. So it's like I keep saying, as long as we keep and I keep saying we, right? As long as the Mets, we keep handling our business, then everything else will take care of itself. I guarantee you, Philadelphia is not going to win all of their games left. Right? They haven't. They went through a little tough stretch. The problem is we were still going through ours, right? They've lost games that we just didn't take advantage of. Or else we would be a lot more closer, if not maybe in the lead still. Right? But when they've lost games, we lost games. Again, until we last spoke, we were 1-8 in August. Now, since then, what is it? 1-2 against the damn Braves, and then 2-1 against the Mariners, and obviously last night against the win against the Nationals. So what does that put us? 1-2, 2, 3, 3-3, 4-3, 4-3 in the last 7. 4-3 in the last 7, right? But what have we been asking for? We've been asking for pitching. Go get some pitching. You seen that, huh? What's up, Sinatra? What's up, everybody? I'm gonna get to you guys, man. But yeah, man, had to post up, man. They really try to embarrass me, fellas and gals. Try to embarrass me out there. You know what I'm saying? Try to get me out from the outfield on a nice hit. I was having a good day. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of had a feeling that was coming. So if you watch the video, you see your boy runs right out the box. Because sometimes they try to do this, you know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, they think your boy's slow. You know what I'm saying? Your boy had come up to the plate before. You got time, slow runner. Okay. Slow runner. I ain't gonna lie, man. Dude made a good throw, man. That shit was closer than I thought. But that was part because I hit the ball damn hard. But yeah, man, just have a little fun. Post that up. You know what I'm saying? Had a good day, so felt good. Anyways, back to these Mets who are having good days as well. You know who had a good day? Nolan McLean, right? Shout out Nolan McLean, who, damn, I should have the numbers out here, but what was it? 5 innings? Whatever the hell it was, man. Let's see if I can get it up real quick. But we've been calling for this. We've been calling for this. Bring the kids up. Bring the kids up. Bring the kids up. Bring this guy up. Bring Sprout up. Bring Tong up. Bring McLean up. Bring that guy up. Make a trade. We need starting pitching. DFA Montas. And what do I always say? They cannot overreact the way that we do, right? And they see things. At the same time, you already seen it. McLean comes up, has the game that he has, the outing that he has, where he goes 5 1/3, no runs. Let's see. Let me see the whole thing here. What the hell, man? What's going on here? Yeah, 5 1/3, no runs, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits. 2 hits. What a debut. But it gave us the spark that we needed. And of course, the reaction from a lot of the fans is right away, you see, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They should have brought him up here. Why they waited so long? And my response is, my reaction is, my thought is, you know what? Maybe they did the right thing. Maybe they brought him up at the right time. I'm not going to get into whether they were trying to steal a year of eligibility and all of that nonsense, because all of that thing is also, what's the word? Convoluted, whatever the hell the word is. And you can't even figure it the hell out. That August 16th, 15th date that everybody keeps throwing around is actually an incentive for teams to actually bring guys up. Because if the guy does well, you get a extra year or whatever. I mean, you get an extra draft pick. But I've read it so many times that that's whatever, man. The point is, I believe, and I didn't hear this myself. I forget who I heard mention it on the radio. When Nolan McLean himself said, yo, I wasn't ready. I've learned. I've gotten better. I've gotten better how to pitch to lefties, how to approach lefties, and so on and so forth. But we'll still scream that they don't know what the hell they're doing and they should have brought him up here a long time ago. After one start. Hopefully he keeps it going. Hopefully he keeps it going. Right? But what he did do was spark the rest of the guys, hopefully. When you get that healthy competition amongst teammates where it's like, not we're going to show each other up, but hey, he does it. Let's keep it going. Can't let the young guy be better than me. If he can do it, I can do it. And we saw Clay Holmes follow with a very good start. With a 4th inning where people were screaming already all over the timeline on X, on social media, talking about, yo, get him out of there. Send him straight to the bullpen. DFA Montas. But he gets through that 4th inning, comes back and has a quick 5th, and in my opinion, should have gotten the 6th inning. Especially after my guy Mark Vientos hits a 3-run homer to make it 6-1 at that point. Shout out my guy Mark Vientos. We'll get to him in a second. But in my opinion, and I've said this over and over and over, if you expected Clay Holmes to come out here his first time starting in 8 years, you guys probably know better than me, and be a 7-8 inning pitcher, he's not the problem. You're the problem. I'm going to tell you like they told me last year. Your expectations were the problem, not him. He's done well. For what's supposed to be a 4-5 starter with a 3.64 ERA, I think he has somewhere along the lines. And yeah, he stumbled a little bit. Leads the team in wins, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously the team plays well when he pitches and wins. I know wins don't matter, Hector. Vibes matter. And when he pitches, there appears to be good vibes as the team wins more often than not. But it was good to see him bounce back. Talk about bouncing back. It was good to see Brooks Raley and Helsley bounce back as well after they screwed up on Friday night, a game that we also should have won. We could have been on a 4-game winning streak, ladies and gentlemen. We should have swept them damn Mariners. As freaking Phillies, I believe, swept them scrubs. Thanks a lot for nothing. Right? But Raley and Helsley didn't have it that day. Nobody really had it out of the bullpen that day. Screwed that game up. Adamanaya was great, but he was okay. Still left with a lead. We scored 9 damn runs. Should have won. But then they bounced back. They bounced back, both of them. What was it? Was that Saturday or Sunday? I forget, but they bounced back. So good job by them. I think it was Sunday. And then yesterday, my ace, our ace, David Peterson, bounces back from, what was a terrible, horrid performance against the Braves where he just walked the ballpark, couldn't throw a strike if his life depended on it. I could have at least got a walk that day. And you had people losing their mind because the start before that, it wasn't great. But it was 6 innings, 4 runs, or whatever the hell it was. But when you're an ace, when you're one of the better pitchers, you have 1 or 2 bad outings, but you stop it there. It doesn't continue to 5, 6, 7 into that kind of slump. The bad pitchers do that. The average pitchers do that. The good pitchers do what David Peterson did last night. Comes back with 8 innings of dominant baseball. Dominant pitching. Almost wish he won the complete game. But shout out to David Peterson. Now we need Kodai Senga to follow that up tonight. We talked about it before. We had fun with the Fab of Flab 4. We seen Lindor take off after that. Been on fire. Pete still been his steady self. Juan Soto, Teflon Juan Solo. He is what he's been. Having a good year. Just not impactful. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Sal, but Sal's nuts. Sal posted last night and gets on and said, "Why are you talking about? I love my wife, but I really love me some Juan Soto about after a solo home run." Shout out Amy McInerney, who had him in SNY. It was like, damn, Sal, really? A solo home run? A one where it's already 5-0? How about we get some impact before we go nuts? Excuse me. But he's been what he's been. Nemo. What am I going to say about Nemo, man? I had a big hit last night. Got things started. But the inconsistency is killing me. It's killing all of us. It's killing all of us. But the Flab 4, they're starting to come out of it. I don't know if they're the Fab 4 just yet. Lindor's been fabulous. Pete's been Pete, man. Pete's had a great year. Big difference when Lindor hits, George. Huge difference when Lindor hits. That's what we needed to happen. And he knows it. He knows it. He said it himself. I can't be doing these 0 for 30s, 0 for 20s. It's unacceptable. It's not what the Mets are about. It's not what I'm about. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it gets frustrating to hear these guys say the same thing over and over and over. But I appreciate that about Lindor. He's there every day. He's accountable. And he'll tell you, I stunk. I need to be better. I need to do this. But then he tips the cap, and that's when he drives me crazy. Stop tipping the damn cap. Screw the other team. But definitely, when Lindor hits, we hit. But you know who else we need to hit, ladies and gentlemen? As I'm just running through this stuff, because like I said, there's gonna be a quick one. Just because I miss you guys, man. Miss you guys. And then I gotta do a space and talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? But the other guy we need to hit. Yes, Darren, tell the people, man. Help a brother out, man. Let's get to that 500. We've stalled here at foreign change. I'm saying appreciate my brother Darren. Hope all is well, kid. Appreciate all you guys. But more than likely, if you guys are in here, you've probably already subscribed. What we need is more thumbs up so the algorithm picks up these videos and then more people can subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So how about that? Let's share it. Just give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. But before we get into the guy that I feel is the key to this offense right now, and it has been all year, and it's probably a lot of the reason why the offense has struggled. We're gonna get to a guy who was having an impact on this offense, who also is someone that we counted on, right? But we unfortunately lost again to another hand injury. My guy Francisco Alvarez, man. Right when he's finally figuring it out, the kid was on fire, hitting the ball all over the field, showing that power to right center, getting clutch hits. Shout out to the homie Quays, man. The best. Getting clutch hits, and then unfortunately goes down. And I guess some people like my boy Jack. If he wasn't watching the ball and he would have ran out the box, maybe he didn't need to slide. Shut up. Nah. I mean, listen, whatever. I get it. But unfortunately, he did slide. The white guy slide. Guys gotta slide feet first, man. They should outlaw. That's not Jack. That's everybody. They should outlaw guys from sliding head first. Man, you're just playing baseball, man. You're playing baseball. Yeah, ideally you want to slide feet first. Ideally you want to slide feet first. But I still slide head first at 49. It is what it is, man. Just playing baseball, man. Trying to get in there. Unfortunately, Alvy, who's a powerful dude, obviously, right? This guy's built like a tank. But his hands is weak. And that's not true because I think I don't know where I remember hearing before where they had done some strength tests, whatever. He had one of the strongest grips or whatever. But damn, the hands. And listen, in that game, there was a foul ball that went off the glove, and he was, and then turned out to be okay. And the other injuries have been in his left hand. This one is in the right hand. I would give him my right thumb, but you guys know if you watch Blunt Thoughts that this right thumb of mine has been dead for a while. But it's too bad to lose Alvy at a point where he was killing it. He was killing it. And he was making the offense deeper. Now imagine if Alvy didn't get hurt, and the next guy that I want to talk about, the guy that I believe is the key to the offense, who has been all year. Yeah, we brought in Juan Soto. Yeah, we needed Peter Alonso to have a bounce back year. Yeah, we needed Francisco Lindor to be that dude. Yeah, we need Brandon Nimmo to be Brandon Nimmo. And Jeff McNeil. Shout out back Jeff McNeil, man. Shout out Jeff McNeil, who also had himself a good night last night. And is also a key to the offense, too. But no bigger key to the offense than my guy, Mark Vientos, man. Mark Vientos had a tough year. What the hell with that? Mark Vientos had a horrendous year, a horrible year. Mark Vientos, who hadn't played for like 4 games. I had to look up the roster. Like, yo, what's going on here? Is my guy Viento still on the roster or what? And it's finally gotten back into the last couple of games. Has 2 home runs, I think 4 hits, like 8 RBIs, 3-run homer on Sunday, 2-run homer last night. That's the key to the Mets offense right there. We've seen the impact that Mark Vientos can have on the offense. We've seen Mark Vientos put this team on his back. That's why we've been so down on him this year. As Crazy gives us some numbers for the last 10 games. Yeah, and he hasn't been doing hot. Listen, he got hot there for a minute and then kind of cooled off. You see the numbers in the last 10 games. They're not crazy. 243, 9 hits, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 3 runs scored. 6 RBIs, really? 3-run homer, 2-run homer. Then he drove in a run with a hit. I guess that's right. And I'm not even sure that's his last 10 games. That's probably the last 10 games overall, where he's probably only played like 5 or 6. But we need Mark Vientos now to hopefully finally come out of it. And listen, man, shout out Mark Vientos. A lot of people got on him for his comments that he made when he was like, yo, it's always been like this for me. I've always been looked over, dismissed, whatever. Some people took that the wrong way. That same night, he hits a home run. That's the time where we talk about he got hot for a couple of games and then cooled off and then was banished to the bench. But we see many games from early on in the season when Mark Vientos comes up with an opportunity to impact the game and didn't get the job done, and we end up losing those games. We see now when Mark Vientos comes up with an opportunity to impact the game and gets the job done, where we win those games. If Mark Vientos can hit like Mark Vientos can hit, like we expect Mark Vientos to hit, out of that sixth spot in the batting order where he is right now, where I'm going to tell you guys right now, if Mark Vientos starts to hit, don't be surprised. Don't be shocked. Don't start talking about a lineup change because that's not what it's going to be. But don't be surprised if you then start seeing Carlos Mendoza start flip flopping Mark Vientos and Brandon Nimmo lefty righty nonsense like he likes to do. And we'll see maybe Mark Vientos move to 3-2, whatever the hell he does. Maybe he keeps him at 3 and drops Vientos to 6. I mean, Nimmo to 6, maybe 5, McNeil to 6, but does something along those lines. If Vientos starts to hit and continues to hit, maybe he does a permanent switch where he puts Vientos 3 and Nimmo 5. But it's all on Mark Vientos. And if Mark Vientos hits, this offense will keep rolling the way that it has started to roll now. We've been having fun. We'll have to soon update it. We haven't had time. How about the offense and the record and the run scored? Since Steve Cohen tried to have, try to be a smart ass, we called it, whatever. Had a little fun with fans. Talk about we weren't complaining because they had scored those 8 runs against Kansas City. Well, it didn't go well since then. But it doesn't matter. As we get out of here, again, we ride the wave, we ride the roller coaster. You got the people out there that they want to try to call you out for every little thing. And if you're critical, you quit. And if you say I need a reason to believe, oh, you gave up, kiss my ass. I said from the beginning, I've said it all year. We'll ride the wave. And if these guys, especially the pitching, can get healthy and in the groove in September and October, that's what we need. What we needed also was things not to fall apart. They haven't fallen apart. It hasn't quite been the summer of fun that we talked about early on, right? We had the summer of fun. It felt like that. We started phenomenally. The summer got uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Let's have a good fall. See if Sean Manaea and Kodai Senga can finally get into mid-season form. Now and into the stretch run, where we are in the stretch run, we'll forget about everything that's happened. And the same thing goes for Juan Soto. Listen, the numbers are horrid. With men on base, runners in scoring position, late and close. I was looking at all that stuff today for all these guys. No numbers are worse than his on the team. At least from the main guys. Talk about the top 4 guys. It won't matter if we get the Juan Soto we expect down the stretch and in October. I still think this team can do it. They're starting to give me reasons to believe again the last few days. The hope is always there. The hope never fades. It's the last thing to go away. But it's been rough. That's the honest truth. It's been rough. But it could have a great, fun ending. We just got to keep it going. We may look back and say it started with the Nolan McLean debut. It may be continued later on this month. Maybe in a week or so with another debut, maybe Brandon Sproat. Some seem to be speculating that he's ready just for that, and they're preparing him just for that with how they used him lately. Matter of days and stuff like that. We know we're in a stretch where we're playing 16 games in a row, and the way this team operates, they will definitely use a 6th starter to get these guys an extra day's rest. Put on your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because now is when the fun really begins. Now is when the fun really begins. And I'm ready for it. I know you are. We're going to start getting the watch-alongs going and all that good stuff. I know I've been slacking. But we appreciate you guys. But life gets hectic sometimes. On that note, you already know what it is. Everybody have a good evening. Appreciate you guys. Let's remember, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's see if we can get to 500 before the end of the season. We were trying to get to that before spring training. Remember those dreams? That's okay. Because the biggest dream, and that's still alive, is to have the biggest leg kick celebration of all down there at the Canyon and Heroes. Enjoy the game, everybody. Have a good night. Peace. Let's go Mets, baby.
My clique full of animals, and we made ourselves with minimal. Fuck you, no subliminals. Putting in this work, nigga. That's why they feelings hurt, nigga. Swear we need a hearse, cause we rep our shites to the dirt, nigga. If I'm in the club.